Well, a big milestone for a social media giant today, Twitter, turning 10 years old. And to celebrate, the company released a video highlighting some of the most significant moments in those last 10 years.
I think he said he was going in the Hudson.
I am using Twitter to send pictures from space.
Over the past decade, the online platform has helped break major news stories, trigger social movements, and even bring people closer to their favorite celebrities. Today, users are sharing the love in 140 characters or less by using the hashtag #LoveTwitter. I'm very interested to hear Graham Williams' analysis of Twitter, our tech expert. You were probably a very early adopter.
I was indeed, yes.
Tell me about the early days of Twitter.
Well, it was an exciting time. This was sort of the golden age of new social media networks. I mean, we were seeing the fall of some social media networks like MySpace and Orkut. But with Facebook and Twitter on the rise, this was a great new way to share what it was that you were doing and what was going on around you.
I remember in the early days, media organizations were early adopters as well, but we didn't quite know what to do with it, and we didn't quite know what was on it. Is there a point at which you felt like Twitter was starting to fulfill its promise?
I think the real promise of Twitter was actually fulfilled with Arab Spring. It was really the moment where we kind of all looked around and went, this isn't just social anymore. This is actually something that's very serious, a way for people to actually communicate with each other in a more serious way.
And we find in the news business that when something happens, an earthquake, for example, or any other kind of, doesn't even have to be a calamity, it can be a Justin Bieber concert, which is not a calamity, you can get a sense of what a lot of people are thinking the instant that they're posting it. And so that's new, right? It's an ability to kind of listen in to a big conversation. But I was thinking, other than the Arab Spring, I don't know that Twitter really has managed to lead revolutions in the 5 or 6 years since then. And when people talk about the biggest Twitter users or the people with the most followers, it's usually pop stars or athletes. So do you think we overhype Twitter?
I don't know that we necessarily overhype it. I mean, the idea of the hashtag being able to track those different trending topics has been something that has been very important. We obviously hear a lot of noise compared to Signal. When we do hear celebrities arguing with each other over Twitter, it does make a lot of noise. But Twitter has been very important in getting the word out about a number of things. Like you did say, emergencies and disasters have been those moments where we've all come together on Twitter. It's also given rise to other technologies. So, for example, a piece of technology like Fire Chat, which was available where Twitter was not. When the network goes down, it connects phones to phones. This was something that grew out of Twitter.
And in Hong Kong, when they were having those anti-government protests, they talked about Fire Chat as being a way for thousands of people to use the wireless capability of sort of the near capability of their phone to stay in touch. Here's an interesting thing, though, with Twitter and some other social media. Immensely popular, but not necessarily a moneymaker.
No, it's not. And I think they're really having a great deal of difficulty monetizing Twitter. And part of that has to do with the fact that Twitter is sort of this raw, fast-paced feed. And anytime you see something that's set up as a sponsored post, it doesn't come across as authentic. Authenticity is very important in that Twitter sphere. If you have something that seems like it has been promoted, a lot of users won't be paying attention to it. This is really a challenge they've been trying to solve for 10 years, and I don't know that it's going to be solved anytime soon.
And so the question lots of people have been asking, what is the next Twitter? Is it there already? Is Twitter going to be around in another 10 years?
I think Twitter will be around in the next 10 years, but we have already seen quite a few challengers rise up. We've seen Instagram with photos. We've seen Snapchat as well. Whether there's going to be someone who's going to rival Twitter directly, I don't think so. They're doing a very good job of what they're doing. And the difficulty is, if they can't make money at it right now, who else is going to enter that space?
And your Twitter handle is?
I'm the Technogram.
Okay, all right. I'll make sure I follow that. Thank you very much, Graham.
My pleasure.
A baseball player's decision to retire is proving to be a divisive issue after he was told to scale back how often he brought his son to work. So what does Shane Foxman think? We'll find out after the break.